Good morning. Welcome into Tuieville. Thank you for spending your morning with us. Portions of which are brought to us by our friends over at Fountain Stone Theater. Visit fountainstonetheaters.com. Check out all the movies that they've got going on there, including The Iron Claw is there once again this week, Chrissy Martin. So we have another weekend that we can go see it.
Ooh, yeah.
I missed it last weekend, but
you did?
Yes, I didn't make
Oh.
it. Yeah. So head over to fountainstonetheaters.com or go download their app today in the Google Play Store and the App Store. All right. Chrissy, I have some exciting news for you. So, for those that are just tuning in and just jumping on the video with us, we were talking earlier about some predictions from 1924. For now, 100 years ago, they made predictions. One of which would be that we had flying clothes. We just throw on our jetpack and fly off to work.
Yeah.
Chrissy would like a jetpack. She would really like a jetpack because walking into walls doesn't hurt enough. She wants to fly into them.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it'd be a little, I'd be a little hard till I got it figured out, whatever.
I would be very nervous for you. I would want it to be in a padded room of some sort. Yes. All right. So apparently, I just typed in, can you rent a jetpack?
Yeah.
Here it is.
Yeah.
Traveler.com. Where to rent a jetpack. Yes, really.
Okay.
Okay. You can fly. Anyone can be a rocketeer by strapping on a rental jetpack, stepping into a flyboard, or riding a jeterator jet bike over the water.
Oh,
All
nice.
right. So riders can get up to 30 feet in the air, which is nothing for Dean O'Malley. He set the world record in 2012 by flying 26 miles across open ocean. So apparently it's a jetpack that you fly and rent where you do it over water.
Okay.
So if you crash, you just crash into water, I suppose.
That's okay.
So, yeah, that sounds fun.
I can't hold my breath, but it'll be okay. I can hold my nose.
Well, I mean, you'll probably, like...
Maybe you wear scuba gear plus the jetpack, just in case. No? Then you get underwater and you're like jet propelled.
Well, I don't think you stay underwater. Yeah, I don't think you don't turn into Aquaman under there.
Oh.
I think you just...
Well, that's less fun.
You wanted to fly. Now it's not enough that you fly. Now you have to be...
Just saying, should I land into the water, I want a plan B,
Well, sure, I suppose. Yes. All right. Anyway, you can fly over water. Apparently, it's a thing. It's
Very nice.
Looks kind of cool. Look
Yeah.
at it. You could, yeah.
Oh, that does look fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting.
That looks kind of cool. So, all right. By the way, those of you that are watching on video, we are not the same person, but we're close.
Oh, why did it do that? I put my name in there.
Oh, maybe it just messed with
weird.
you. Yeah, you were having some
I
issues
put it
there.
in there already.
But
that's weird.
that is odd. Yeah. All right.
There we go.
There's Chrissy.
There I am.
She's still Chrissy. She hasn't changed into me, and I haven't changed into her.
Nope.
All right. I'm not exactly sure what to think about this Pauly Shore's Richard Simmons thing.
Yeah.
It's. Have you watched the short film yet?
No.
Court Jester?
Mm-mm.
Okay, I've got a little piece of it.
How short is it?
Don't hold me to it. I want to say like 10 to 15 minutes. I don't think it's that long.
All right.
I have it saved in my YouTube things, and I just haven't gone and watched it yet.
All right.
So there's been a lot of talk of Pauly Shore playing Richard Simmons in a full-length film. He does play him in a short film called The Court Jester. Here's a little piece of it. I keep waiting for him to go, and this is what I do as the Wheeze. It just sounds like Pauly Shore.
Yeah, he doesn't sound like he's acting to me.
No.
Yeah.
Because you know why?
Why?
He's not an actor.
He does kind of look like Richard Simmons.
I give him that.
Yeah.
I give him that.
Yeah.
He's got, if you just did the face,
Yeah.
he looks like
They have
him.
very similar facial features.
Yes.
Yeah.
And now you throw the wig on, and it looks like Richard Simmons.
Yeah.
And if you put on some tiny shorts and you run around, you look like Richard Simmons.
Yeah.
But you sound nothing like Richard Simmons. I'm not watching it, so I don't know if he's got his mannerisms down or anything like that.
Yeah.
But again, I say, Pauly Shore, not really an actor.
No.
I think this
He had
comes.
his moment in time, you know.
He was in movies.
Yes.
He was on television.
Yes.
That doesn't necessarily make him an actor.
Okay.
I think he was playing himself. And that's okay.
Absolutely.
I don't think I could be anything but me on camera.
Yeah.
I could be me, and you could call it a different name if you want, in a movie or a TV show.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say that I could act.
Right.
It's not as easy as everyone thinks, as you found out when you were Lady Godiva. No, what were you? Richard Mulligan. No.
Yes.
No.
When I was Richard Mulligan. Yeah.
Vanessa Mountainstone.
Um.
No, and I don't have the audio anymore of who you are.
Regina Musgrave.
Regina Musgrave.
Yeah. Ooh, that was
of
hard.
the New Hampshire Musgraves. Yes.
Yes.
So as you found,
Not easy. Very hard.
right?
Very, very hard.
It's not easy to not be you anymore.
Yeah.
That's tough. You know, you can fake some emotions, you can say the lines, you can do but to try to be someone different, it's
Yeah.
really hard.
Yeah.
So I'm not knocking Pauly Shore. I don't want people to think I'm knocking Pauly Shore in this instance. There are
Yeah.
plenty of times that I do. This is not one of
isn't
them.
one of
This
them.
is not one of them.
Gotcha.
So Pauly Shore played his short movie Richard Simmons at the Sundance Film Festival. It's called Portchester. It says it's about 10 minutes long, so I was close.
Okay.
During the introduction, Pauly said that Richard actually texted him and wished him luck with it. Did he?
Yeah.
Because last week, Richard said he did not support Pauly Shore making a full-length biopic about him.
Yeah. And sometimes you don't get the subtext in text. He probably said, good luck with that. And good luck with that.
I'm starting to think that's true. Yes. I'm starting to think Pauly Shore watched his friend, and I don't remember his name, the one from Encino Man that just won the Oscar.
Brendan Fraser? No.
Well, yes, but the younger, I believe he's Japanese.
Kwai
Something.
Gon. Yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I can't think
No,
of
no.
Is that
Qui-
Star Wars?
Qui-
Shoot. What is his name? Keith. What's his name?
I know. Now I'm gonna have to go look because Anyway, he watched his friend, and he even tweeted about it and tweeted a video of him winning and everything. And
Key. I don't know if I'm saying it correctly,
no,
but
his friend Key,
Yeah.
and win an Oscar, and so he thinks himself, well, we both acted in the same movie. I should, Brendan Fraser spin up for an Oscar, and did Brendan Fraser win? He may have won. I don't know.
He won.
He won. Okay, so Brendan Fraser won. Key won. We were both in the same movie together. I should probably now be able to do something. And I do agree, biopics are the way to go.
Yeah.
A lot of times when you do biopics, you bring out the emotion in someone.
Yeah.
And they win Oscars. I don't think that's going to happen with Pauly Shore. Right there. That really sounds like Pauly Shore. No, I saw you really hard trying not to be noticed. That just sounded very Pauly Shore-ish to me.
Yeah.
He tried to lighten his voice a little bit to be
Yeah.
like Richard Simmons, a little. And I get it. We're judging it only on audio. So maybe if we watch the film, we'll feel a little different.
Yeah.
What's making me nervous is, you pointed out the other day, I think Pauly Shore might be trying to dive back in for another 15 minutes.
Yeah.
He had his 15 minutes. He's doing his thing. Probably makes some money off of, son-in-law residuals.
Yeah. Listen, you
know?
got to make hay while the sun shines.
I get
you
it.
know?
I get it. But you can't make the sun go back up. Okay?
No.
The
The sun can rise again. Sure. Every day the sun rises.
Sure.
Yeah.
Some may even say it'll come out tomorrow.
Yeah, it will. This is true.
I'd bet about $1 on it.
Yeah. It'll take away the cobwebs and the sorrow.
It will.
Yeah.
I don't know any other words to the song. I'm all out.
I might be too.
um, so my point is that I think, Pauly Shore, you want to jump on, you want to do this Richard Simmons thing, fine. But let's not pretend like you guys are pals. Let's not pretend like you're chit chatting and texting back and forth. Richard Simmons
Yeah.
hasn't been in the public eye in easily 20, 30 years.
No, not that long. When was his Deal a Meal out? When did that happen? I remember the infomercials when I was a child. So what?
Right. Let's not forget, 20 years ago
Yeah.
was 2004.
Oh, ew.
I
Okay,
know.
so you're right. 20 years.
At least.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yikes.
he's been out of the public eye for a while.
Yeah.
And as Chrissy pointed out, it's probably because his aunt kidnapped him and put him in a cage. Or somebody did. No, his maid. Sorry, I didn't mean to disparage his aunt. His cleaning lady. Yes,
Someone is holding him captive. You just wait. When this comes out, you're going to say Chrissy was right, and because it will. You just hold on.
Sure.
You just wait.
Okay. Yep. Richard Simmons is locked in a cage and only has a cell phone to text directly with Pauly Shore. And what he does is text him, "Good luck with that," rather than saying, "Please help me. I'm in a cage." He doesn't want to say that.
How old is Richard Simmons now? He's in his 80s or something.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Probably. Yeah. Yeah. Now he went from sweating to the oldies to sweating as an oldie.
Right.
So of course, yes. So Richard Simmons is locked in a cage, and
he's 74.
74.
No, that's not right.
No, that's
Pardon
not
me,
right.
75.
No, 75. Okay. So big difference. So perhaps he's 76. Yes. No, a little more. No, that's it. 75 for sure.
75.
That's your final answer.
But Pauly Shore really does look like him.
He sure does.
Pauly Shore looks a little more tired than Richard Simmons, honestly. He looks a little more tired.
Oh my. Poor Richard Simmons. Or poor Pauly Shore for that matter.
Pauly Shore's got a little more luggage under the eyes than Rich
my.
does.
So
he lived he lived a hard life.
Yeah, sure. Anyway, I mean, he was babysat by comedians in the back of the comedy stores. So anyway,
Bob Saget and stuff.
Sure. Sure. Yes. Bob Saget looking more tired than Pauly Shore right now. Too soon? Yeah.
Too soon. No.
So anyway, my point is that Richard Simmons, who's apparently locked in a cage, was able to put out a statement saying,
Nobody said anything about a cage. I think he's got a basement that they've furnished.
Oh.
And he doesn't realize he's locked up. He doesn't realize he can't go outside, but he can't.
What happens when he attempts to open a door?
I'm not sure. They somehow, I feel like he's got maybe some focusing issues. So somehow they distract him.
Oh.
And then he forgets that he wants to go outside. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. That's what happens.
I feel like we could spend a whole show on this.
Yeah.
I don't really
Richard.
understand how this is
I might
happening.
write to him and see how he's doing. Does he even get fan mail anymore? Probably not if he doesn't have an agent and everything. And surely the housekeeper is not going to let him get the fan mail because, he can't go to the mailbox to get the mail. But he doesn't know that he can't, but he can't.
Right, he doesn't know. Okay. So that's why he's able to put out statements saying, "I'm not in favor of this movie. I'm fine. I'm good."
He didn't put the statement out. You show me. You give me Richard's DNA. Where is... You tell me how I'm supposed to know that came from Richard Simmons.
I feel like I'm going to have to do some research on this. I feel like this is
How do we know?
Really scary that you believe this. There are things that you say, and I go, "Oh, that Chrissy, she's being funny." And then there's times that we get off the air, and then you continue, and I'm like, "Ooh, she really thinks that."
Yeah, I listened to a 6-part podcast about this.
Well, then it must be true. Then it must be true.
telling you.
Then it must be true. You listened to a 6-part podcast on it.
He's not allowed to go outside.
Okay. Do you know how many podcasts you and I have done? And I'm not sure anything we've said is true ever. Ever. Right now, there's someone listening going, "You know how I know that Richard Simmons is locked up in a cage? Because they said so on the Steve and Chrissy podcast." Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's scary to me.
I'm trying to think. I think it was called Finding Richard Simmons.
How could they? He's nowhere. He's
I'm trying to
locked
think
up.
now. It's been so long since I listened to it. I might listen to it again. Sometimes you got to go back for a second dose. You know?
Sure. Yeah. Of the
Mm-hmm.
6-part I Locked Up Richard Simmons podcast. Sure. That's
No, they didn't lock them up. They're just reporting on the fact that when's the last time you saw him? Maybe he's on ice. Maybe he's not even alive anymore. We don't know. You show me Richard Simmons right now. Exactly.
Oh my.
Exactly.
Okay.
I need today's newspaper with Richard Simmons.
Oh my.
Proof of life picture, please.
All right. Well, now I'm really getting scared of all of this for you. Yes. Very, very disturbed in so many ways. I was disturbed before by Pauly Shore. Yes, you win. Yeah.
All right.